MMA community saying, Dan, you've obviously got your ear close to the ground. Are they excited about what Ngannou's doing? Are they like, 1 second, we want to see you back in the PFL, fighting some guys in MMA? What are they saying?
Honestly, I think people are surprised. I think people were expecting to see him back in the MMA world pretty quickly after the Fury fight. But honestly, because the performance was what it was, I think straight away people were like, well, we'll kind of hang back. We'll wait in the MMA world and you can go and do your thing. The MMA world will be waiting for Ngannou whenever he comes back. I think we're enjoying this foray into boxing for as long as it's going to last for him, to be honest.
Yeah, it's funny because prior to the Tyson Fury fight, and even after that fight, I was like, John Jones. We need to see John Jones versus Ngannou. John Jones moving up to heavyweight. And it's not even, no one's even speaking about it anymore. It's like, that's just vanished. No one's saying in John Jones versus Ngannou. No one's saying Aspinall versus Ngannou. All of a sudden, it's Ngannou versus boxers, and that's all they want to see.
It's crazy. It really is crazy. And unfortunately, him stepping out of the UFC heavyweight division kind of left it in a bit of disarray because John Jones came back, picked up 1 win, looked fantastic, then tore his pectoral muscle. Stipe Miocic is into his 40s now, so he's kind of hanging back, waiting for John Jones to come back. And then you've got Tom Aspinall looking like he could beat anybody in the world right now, holding an interim belt, desperately waiting for his crack at the actual title. It's a really strange thing. I wouldn't mind seeing Tom Aspinall cross over into boxing,
I was
to be
just
honest.
thinking that. I know Tom's got hands, and I think Tom can cause a bit of problems for anyone in the boxing world. AJ, if he does fight, and look, fingers crossed, no injuries, March 8th, that'll be 4 fights in under 12 months. That's incredible. I mean, you know, I mean, fighters nowadays are doing 1 fight a year. So 4 fights in 12 months, I mean, he's back.
Yeah, he's called it as well. He wanted 3 last year, didn't he? He got that, follows it up quickly with this one, be it slightly different to what he's usually expected to fight. But that's how you get your timing, your distance. Not that he needs to build his profile anymore, but it does give him an opportunity to, you know, forge his way into some huge fights. For me, this is a tune-up fight. I'm going to get real here. He's a big name, Ngannou, but I really do feel this is kind of a warm-up fight for AJ in the sense there's something looming, and that's the winner of Usyk Fury.
Got the IBF,
if I'm honest.
IBF heavyweight rankings. They're obviously the champion, Alexander Usyk. We all thought it could be when Wilder fell off Philip Hrgović, the #1 ranked in the IBF as well. It's funny, as you were saying it was a warm-up fight, Dan was kind of nodding his head like, okay, you really think this is a warm-up fight? A 6'5", 265-pound guy?
The thing is, I'm not disagreeing with you. I can see the play from Eddie and the team. I think it's a very, very smart thing to do. Ngannou is the commodity to beat in heavyweight boxing right now to make a statement to Fury. But it was also Fury's plan to utilise Ngannou as a marketing tool for the Usyk fight, and that backfired on him.
Do you give him a chance?
Absolutely, I give him a chance. I give him more of a chance. Genuine chance. I give him more. I picked Fury in the last fight.
Yeah.
I said Fury was going to stop him 5 or 6. I always felt like AJ was a better matchup, partly psychological and partly because he's more susceptible to getting hit with big punches. And I don't know as he recovers as well psychologically as Tyson does. That's the biggest question for me.
You can see the stage set behind us, by the way. Josh Denzel is going to do a fantastic job, I know, of hosting. The reason why we're waiting, I've just been told, is because Francis Ngannou's eating. You can't stop a big man eating.
You imagine the size of that meal.
What's the meal? Your guess is tweet them in at DAZN Boxing. What is Ngannou eating right now? All 280 pounds of him. In terms of Ngannou staying within the scene, like say he were to lose to AJ, and the odds would suggest he does lose to AJ. What does he do? Does he stay within it? I mean, do you then take another couple of steps down to, I don't know, Martin Bakoli, Chisora? What do you do?
But he's got only 2 other names, in my opinion, to fight. Wilder's still a massive draw, and Usyk.
Yes.
I mean, how would he get up for a lesser opponent? I mean, it's incredible that we're talking like this. A novice, a no-bout boxing novice, fights the best in the world, and now he's fighting arguably #3 best in the world, if you want to call AJ that, rank him there. I mean, it's unheard of. It's unheard of. Could you imagine, though, if Ngannou was to win?
Yeah.
Like, if he was to win, I mean, how that would completely change the landscape of boxing.